Hey guys, welcome back to Consistent Code. So today's problem of the day is maximum number of 2 cross 2 squares. So basically we are given you know uh, integer n where, or you can say, a base of triangle. We are given an isosceles triangle, and in the input we are given the base length of that isosceles triangle. So we need to find how many 2 cross 2 squares we can cut out of this triangle. For example, in this case, we can cut out this square, and we can cut out these two squares, and we can cut out these three squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So when the length is 8, as you can see, this is the length. So this block represents length of 2. So there are 4 blocks, so it's a length of 8. And since it is an isosceles triangle, its height and its base should be of equal length. So its base and its height are both of length 8. So for the base with length 8, we are having the answer as 6. So how we can arrive at this answer? So now let's build the intuition for the approach which we need to follow. So what we can do, just consider something like, let's say, suppose this was the image, right? So let me take this here also, and answer was 6 for this case. So let me put it here only. Now just see one thing, that if you want square of 2 cross 2, we need a box like this, which is having length 2 and height of 2. So since this is an isosceles triangle, we will be having a length of 2 here, which will not form a complete square. Similarly, on the top also we can see this thing happening. What is the other observation which you can observe? That for whatever may be the base of triangle, there will be a either you can have something like this, when you are having mm, no squares which you can form, or you can have something like this thing, when you are having a base such that you can form one square, and this is that one square. Or you can have something like this case, when you can form three squares, these uh, 1, 2, and 3. So now you would have observed that when we are starting from the top, we are having one square. Then in the bottom row, we are having two squares. And similarly, if I consider the row below it, I will be having three squares, right? So basically, what will be the total count of square? If I can get the value of this value, so what is this value? Suppose there are three rows. So if I can get the count of these rows, then what will be the number of squares? The number of squares will obviously be summation of this r. So if I can get this value r, the number of rows, then summation r, here r is 3, so summation r will be uh, equals to r into r plus 1 by 2. So hence this is equals to r, and this is multiplied by r plus 1, and so this is summation r into r plus 1 by 2, right? So we just need to find this r. So how to find this r? What we can do, whatever the base length is given, suppose this was the base length, so we can see that the first two length is this, because it is a rectangle, sorry, a triangle is formed here. So if I can subtract 2 from the base length, right, in that case, and I get something here, then this length divided by 2, because this length will be 6, and if I divide 6 by 3, then I will get the value of r, right? So let's code it down. So my rows, let me just say long r equals to my base minus 2, and this should be divided by 2, right? And one more thing is that if our base minus 2 is less than or equals to 0, then what we can do, we can just say that we can return 0, because we can see if the base is uh, less than equal to 2, in that case we are having 0 squares. So I'm just writing this condition separately. Now for the rest cases, we are sure that our base will be of uh, length greater than that of 2. Now this was an even length base. What if the base is of odd length? For example, what if we are having something like this? Wait, so what I'm saying, something like this. When we are having this length as odd, suppose this was 2, then 4, and then 6. So this is 6 length, or sorry, not 6 length. We want a length of say 7 for the base. This base is of length 7. In that case also, first square will be wasted of this triangle of length 2, because this cannot be formed as square. So we'll be left with these 5 places. So in these 5 places, how can we form the squares? So let's just see that. I can form one square in a way like 2, then 4, and this one space will be wasted. Similarly, I can create one square here, and this space will again be wasted here also, and this will be like this. So I cannot form this square, and I will be able to form one square here, or if I consider it, will be 2. So actually I cannot form that even here. So this is also not formed. We are only left with these 3 squares in this case. So if I consider my assumption that we are doing 7 minus 2, initially base minus 2 by 2, so that will be 5 by 2, that is 2. And now what we need to do, just summation of 2. So this is working for all cases also. So now let's simply just code this. What we need to return, we need to return uh, r should be multiplied by r plus 1, and then r should be divided by 2, and then we can return the answer as r only, because now I have changed the value of r as summation r, because what is summation r into r plus 1 by 2. So r is storing summation r at the end. So let's see if we are getting the correct answers. So for this one, we are getting the correct answer. Now let's try for the case when it is odd. So when it is 7, so in that case also we are getting correct answer. So now let's submit the code, and we have solved the problem successfully. I hope you liked the explanation, and if you did so, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more such content. And I will see you next time.